Hey guys, Billy here, co-founder with John Bloom of tollandroll.com. We've got a lot going on now in this country that is very depressing actually, but the one thing that isn't depressing is the people coming together. I see Erin Barakovich just updated her data center information from across the country. She's been gathering information from people who have been sending in their stories, and she's got a map of the country where these data centers are. She's also showing how people are shutting down council members. They're getting people removed. They're bringing referendums. They're stopping the building of these. I did a video the other day that when I watched Tucker Carlson interview Kevin O'Leary about his big data center in Utah, and how Kevin's, everybody voted for that. Everybody unanimously in Utah wanted that. Well, no, everybody in Utah did not want that. And we, the people, don't want the theater anymore. So here at Toll and Roll, we knew since we started our journey across country and started the petition of remonstrance back in 2019, that eventually we'd end up, most likely, with a House of Representatives that did nothing for the people. Nothing for the people, other than foreign countries. We have so many, our representatives are all sold out. And even the ones that pretend not to be, once you start digging into their lives, they've had illicit affairs, they've hurt people. I mean, look at the man in, I think it was Florida, the congressman whose girlfriend killed herself and set herself on fire. And then you've got even Massey. Look at what came out, the hit piece into him, and with that woman who says he bribed, she was given a bribe or offered a bribe to not go when she went away, whatever. I mean, the stories go on, and the fact that we even have a fund to pay off and settle these sexual harassment and abuse cases for our congressman, I think that kind of told us all right there, right? So we at Toll and Roll convoyed 8,000 miles the first trip, round trip. We've been in every office. We've got 78 bipartisan offices right now with the bill, the People's Remedy and Restoration Act, on the table. None of them are saying no because they know the people have come forward properly. The people have come forward to forgive our debtors, which is the U.S. government. I had a really wonderful interview with Paul Preston, Agenda 21, the other day. He and I had a fantastic discussion. You should go listen to it because Paul has been really working hard to bring the states back to the Republic, and it's working. You're just not hearing about it because, of course, the media is not going to cover his fantastic work. You've got Jim Gale in Florida, who's currently got a sale on his Airbnb, his family property there in Florida, for taxes he should know. He's a fantastic man who has put his hat in the ring right now for president. He joined us on our National Great Grand Jury meeting this last week, and we're happy to say that we're coming together, people. We have the fight, fraud fighters, fraud deed fighters, I think it's called, Alande Lagrange out of New York. Sorry if I butchered your name, Alande. And then we have Tanya Dennis in California bringing the states together. She and I have had great conversations. Everything she's working on doing right now. The cool thing is Toll and Roll has already actually done it across the country. So aligning and helping people realize what they can do locally is huge. We also have the probate trap, Luann Fleming, Robin Austin. We have Ann Vandersteel is going to come forward and probably be on a meeting with us soon. We have the list is going on, so I'm sorry if I missed your name here because we're coming together. And our next meeting this Sunday, the 24th, May 24th, is at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Do the math on that one. Everybody gets confused in Central and Eastern. But join us, because all of this destruction going on, that's not all that's going on. There are good things going on. And when the people come together, good things happen. I had a phone call with a man yesterday who started out with, you realize this is all going to be war. It's going to be guns. And I said, wait a minute, stop. You really think you're going out and telling the people you have to raise your arms and use your guns against our own government? Well, yeah, and I'm not, nope. How are we going to win that war? Look at the technology that's out there. It's not just data centers to be data centers. That's data centers to collect you. You've already been collected. Everything about you has been collected. They'll send drones out. We'll be 2 seconds. Yeah, somebody will get shot, but the people most likely are going to be more, the public will be dead more than anybody in the government. What we should have arms for is also to protect our homes if we're foreign invaded. And that's what's kind of going on. That's the talk, the destruction. I don't know if you saw all the stuff coming out about Trump being in China. And I think he was in Beijing too. Beijing Bitman. Boy, look into Beijing Bitman, because Beijing Bitman's infused millions of dollars into these data centers, along with All Rise Capital and Markle. All Rise Capital CEO squatting on our family ranch that was stolen by counterfeit, forged, and perjured documents. We got a lot of things going on, guys, but have hope, because as the people come together, we are hopeful. As the people stand together, we're not just hopeful, we're taking action. And this national people's great grand jury is going to be fun. It's not your normal great grand jury. It's not your normal grand jury. There will be rebuttal time. We are actually, the grand jury is about potential indictment and asset seizure of over 638 House of Representative members. Yeah, 638 since we filed our petition of remonstrance originally into the House of Representatives, and it's gone all across these 50 states, and then 40 are ratified. And what that means is that's a majority. It's a historical document. It's a historical time in our country, and you have the ability to join us. You have the ability to be part of this. And I can tell you, I see Luann, I see you just popped on watching, and I just mentioned Probate Trap because we're so thrilled to have you guys part of what we're doing. And Stephen is amazing. A great new website, by the way. Go to the Probate Trap, guys. And I think it's Luann, I think it's probatetrap.org, if I'm not mistaken. Put that in the chat, if you will, so people can see how to look at your website, because it's fantastic. And it's all about guardianship, conservatorship. This is about probate with them. And probate, guys, that's lands being stolen, that's children being taken from their homes, that's elderly being taken under medical kidnapping. This is part of what Toll and Roll is all about, all of this. All of this. CPS, APS, guardianship, conservatorship, deed fraud, foreign investors invading our lands. These data centers, I finally see everybody starting to pick up the idea and knowledge that if there's Chinese involved, if there's China anything, it can't be built. Well, what do you think is in all these data centers? Pieces and parts of China. And I posted a video today that was very telling, because during the meetings overseas, internationally, everybody had to leave their phones. They couldn't take their phones in the meeting. They couldn't even come back from the meeting to the United States with a pen that was given to them. Their badges had to be taken off and put in the trash. On the tarmac, if it was real, it appeared to be trash bags being filled as people were exiting planes for all of the gifts they were given while at the meeting. Because what happens in plastics, phones, technology, if you're given something, even a Bitcoin, they can hide technology in there. Not just the foreign governments, not just foreign intelligence, our own country can do that. So we, the people, we're screwed. They screwed the pooch. This is called commercial intercourse. forced commercial intercourse, raping of our country via counterfeit, forged, perjured documents, and a technology that has no risk management, which is why we're where we are now. If you go to www.tollenroll.com, read the documents, see the people behind Toll and Roll. That's you. You're behind Toll and Roll. You, the people. This isn't just delegates. We are delegates because we took the information for you to D.C. We took the information across this country. We had almost got taken out by 2 deers on the freeway. Yeah, John Bloom, thank God he drives all the time and he put his cell phone down. He didn't even have a cell phone in his hand, so we were protected. But it could be ugly. Well, we're not just hitting deers, folks. We're hitting the brakes on allowing the destruction of our country. So come together with us, www.tollenroll.com. Today I'll be updating, I think, finally, the website so that you can have the access to the National People's Great Grand Jury right there from Facebook. And you can all, I guess when I put it on our website, it'll give you information too on how to get to the Zoom. Our next Zoom meeting is this Sunday. Get your friends, get your family, participate. Bring forth any advocate groups watching right now. What we're asking is that one person from your advocacy group come forward as a juror. And then from your advocacy group, you bring one of your victims for testimony. Everyone can bring witness testimony, but because there's so many victims across this country, we never would have the time, right, to actually be able to hear from everyone. But if we can get you, as the advocate leads, to bring in at least one victim to speak, this Sunday we're going to talk about how to do that. Because this is about the people coming forward nationally. Now, we have a lot of groups out there that I think most of us can attest are not in it really for anything other than living, a paycheck, because we're seeing a lot of things come out about people taking thousands of dollars, using it on nefarious things. That's not benefiting us. You benefit us. You are the people. That's what Toll and Roll is about. You have a team that has come forward, has done all the heavy lifting because of millions of victims, hundreds of advocates, and dozens of whistleblowers. So when we say behind the scenes, we mean behind the scenes of us, of we the delegates, is you. If you have sent anything to an agency begging them to stop crimes against you, and they do nothing, well, they take a paycheck for a reason. Not just to tell you, go get a lawyer. They're supposed to investigate. Well, we have things under seal that are being investigated, apparently, because we're watching across this country things going on that aren't being talked about, other than by some of us. For instance, there's AGs investigating state bars because they are allowing their bar members, their bar card holders who practice law. They don't have a license to practice law. They have a bar card membership. And so many of us, I bet you all of us, anyone listening, would know someone, if not yourself, that has been screwed by that pooch too, through commercial intercourse. Forced commercial intercourse with counterfeit, forged, and perjured documents. Again, raping your family, raping your lands, raping you of every piece of dignity that you ever knew. Because then there's people that come in behind, psyops, people who are paid to make you look stupid, to say bad things about you. Oh, I'm sure the guy that pops up on my videos all the time with only 2 words, sun damage. Well, hell yeah. I'm a kid of the 70s. I own this sun damage. It's not skin cancer. It's a lot of freckles. But guess what? It's also angel kisses. And I think we've all been kissed by the angels now because we have an opportunity, the people, to bring hope to this country through gathering together and assembling from the National People's Great Grand Jury, where all the evidence toll and roll has taken matters, where the House of Representatives, who've let us down over and over and over again, will be given offer of time for rebuttal. We hope they take it. Wouldn't it be nice to see some of them coming forward with true rebuttal of why they did what they did to allow you to be raped, to allow you to be destroyed, to allow a family member you love to be taken to suicide because they have no answer to how to stop the crimes against humanity, the crimes against them. Not to mention people being run over with bearcats and it being applauded by sheriff's departments. A man who comes out of his home with a gun, not caring about his life, knew he was going to die that day. That was in Tulare County, California. The saddest part of that whole thing was that people had no clue what drove him to that, and how many people in this country won't take up arms against anybody but themselves. They'll shoot themselves in the head because of the humiliation and the degradation and the forced commercial intercourse that has ripped the roof over their head, right off the roof, foundation gone, children out of their homes because they're then told that you can't take care of your children, you're homeless, you have no way to take care of them. The man who has to go into medical lockdown because a guardian can come in and an attorney, a lawyer with a bar card, knows the game so well, they can steal everything that man and family own. And the family has to fight and hire a damn attorney and pay thousands upon thousands of dollars up front, by the way, because, yeah, that's how it works. Very few of them work without being paid up front. They don't even have enough trust in their abilities to help you, because in helping you against these criminals third-party contract with the United States Incorporated. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, they have the secret agreements with all these law firms across the country that they sign not to divulge that Fannie, Freddie, the government, is the investor. We've seen that for years now, guys. Anybody watching this should have seen it. It's also in our evidence. We have amicus briefs that were created by, oh God, even Kamala Harris came in with an amicus brief in California against the servicers, saying how they had to stop with counterfeit, forged, and perjured documents. The 50-state settlement, or I think it was 40-some states, 49 state settlement, where they weren't supposed to be able to do that anymore. They being the servicers, the alleged bankers, the attorneys. No more counterfeit, forged, perjured documents can be used to steal a man's property. Well, it continued. And all of us keep saying, wait a minute, you keep telling us it can't be done, but you're doing it. Bruce Jacobs, look at the fight he fought out of Florida. He took it to Hawaii. He was coming to California. They disbarred him, ripped his membership of the bar off of him. He helped in Florida bring in Resolution 6021, which was about going after the counterfeit, forged, and perjured documents on the land records and using the funds collected from there for good things in the county. Well, since the whistleblower team in support of Resolution 61 started, I started that back in, 2013 or 14, we started that whistleblower team, maybe right around there. Anyhow, it doesn't matter, we got together. That's one of two whistleblower teams I was a part of. And we supported that Resolution 6021 because we knew that was the answer. The answer is to audit the records. Well, everybody's on board with audits now. Woohoo, we're auditing. Well, you're not auditing for accountability or responsibility. You're auditing for show. And when I say you, I'm talking about this government. Even J.D. Vance in these fraud investigations that they're all talking about, If you don't bring civil and criminal penalties and allow the people to benefit from the injuries and damages brought to them, two different things, injury and damage, we have nothing. Well, tollandroll.com brought the remedy. We laid the People's Remedy and Restoration Act on the table, and it involves civil and criminal penalties for creating counterfeit, forged, perjured documents, uttering them on the records, whether it be a court record, land record, any record, in where you were damaged and injured, creating a designation of domestic terrorist against them, and anyone having done that, the maximum civil and criminal penalties, and those civil penalties, guys, are in hundreds of trillions of collections sitting on the table. So when we went to D.C. and our House of Representatives, Doge, many gave promises. Congressman Higgins' office was supposed to help direct us so that we would get this sponsored. Well, 78 offices so far, and they can't tell us no, again, because we're the creditors coming forward to forgive the debtors. We pay off the national debt. We help reset the retirement accounts that are empty. We give treble damages to the victims. And anything left over goes to the people. The American people. And that's a lot. Someone said, you realize there'd probably be like 100 trillion left over. I'll do the math. That's $250,000 or so for how many American people there are. Maybe even more if it comes to find out that those being counted aren't really Americans. They're foreign nationals. Maybe they have dual citizenship, but they weren't originally American. They weren't originally a U.S. citizen. And yeah, a lot of people out there listening, and you've done all this paperwork to become sovereign or become a national, and you know what? You are what you are. When you're born, you're a man, you're a woman. We shouldn't have to be doing all this paperwork in order to say I am who I am, and I am that I am. It's a wonderful system. It's just been hijacked. And we, the people, have come forward and done it right. www.tollandroll.com. Go there. I'll be updating the website. We have advocates from across the country coming forward. Get someone you know who leads a group and say, hey, go be a juror. Bring your biggest case right now you're working on, or one that the person can speak well for themselves. Because we need people who are giving testimony that lends itself to being heard. This means that it's not someone who is rambling on probably, which is what you're thinking I'm doing here, but is focused, who has the evidence. And we're going to ask them to do a one-page witness statement about their counterfeit, forged, and perjured documents, how they got to the injury and the damages they suffer. All of this is retroactive. All of it. That which is taken in fraud does not stand. A deed taken through fraud goes back to the owner. A child taken through fraud goes back to his parents, his or her parents. A child internationally kidnapped, we got to go get him back. If those children who have been internationally kidnapped are dead, our government knows. With this technology they're so worried about, do you really think a child goes missing and they can't find him? Do you really think a man goes into the hospital under medical kidnapping and the documents can't clearly be shown to be nefarious, to be fraud? Medical fraud. These doctors who are practicing, over-medicating, Even children who are taken into CPS are given medication. These SSRIs, look into it. They get people to want to commit suicide. They get people to want to kill other people. SSRIs are not a good thing. We have natural remedy. Yeah, our government knows it. They perpetuate a theater to give an opinion of and a perception that they care. Well, the only person that cares about you and your family are you and your family. Even other families, they can say they care, but if push comes to shove and you're in your home and someone with a gun is coming into your home and someone standing next to them is screaming, "Let me in, let our family in, we need to be in your house," are you going to open that door when they're standing next to the very entity that wants to kill your family? If that's one of your family members, you're going to problem solve and figure out how to get them in that house. Well, that's what's going on in this country. We hear people all the time, we want to help, we want to make sure everybody gets help. Well, you can't help everybody individually. It just can't happen. You watching are one person. If you get 100 people that come to your door today asking for help to save their home, to save their child, to save their parent, because this week that home, that child, that parent is being taken through counterfeit, forged, and perjured documents, you can't logically help all 100 of them. And if you're going through it yourself, heck, you probably got something that you have to do to save your own family. Well, let's save our country together. So, www.tollandroll.com, the People's Remedy and Restoration Act, and the National People's Great Grand Jury. We've been busy, but so have you. You've been busy trying to save your life, trying to save your family, trying to save your land. Come together. Let's do this National Great Grand Jury. Let's bring an indictment against all 638 plus who have been in the House of Representatives since December 2019, when they first were notified. This is the third administration, guys. Read our documents, read our posts. I'll put them in this chat here for you to find it. And hopefully, not only will it be fun to bring this indictment, we're going to have bloopers too. We're going to show you congressional bloopers, because you can't make up half the stuff these people do sitting in Congress. So there you go. Join us. The people come together. We're having fun with this. Sunday, May 24th is our next meeting. So if you're hearing this after May 24th, check in. We're hoping to do this around the July 4th Independence Weekend, because this is all about your liberties. This is about America. This is about Americans. And this is about stopping the support of foreign entities over we, the people in America. We, the people on this land. Okay? So, share it. Don't share it. Join us. Don't join us. And the guy who wants to chime in about my sun damage, hey, I'm sitting in the sun. It's healthy too. So at my age, I tell you, I'm happy just to be sitting up in here, because a few years ago, didn't know I was going to still be here. Thanks to the criminals with counterfeit, forged, and perjured documents who destroyed my health. Well, I'm not going to let them destroy the rest of my life. So come together, let's have some fun. www.tollandroll.com. The damages are tolling. The injuries are tolling. So we're rolling. Roll with us.